Boop, boop.
Are you recording that?
No, I'm not confused.
Negative here. And which study are we doing? Amplifier on.
Does it tell you which one to plug it into on this
Well,
one?
if this is the negative,
Okay.
then that, yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
What's the
Would you
amplitude
turn the
at?
light off?
2
This one, it's like all crazy. Thanks.
Can I get up?
Oh, that's pretty good.
Oh, this is when you have to move it around.
Done that.
Wait, so what are you moving it around for?
I don't know.
You move the markers, so like to make sure that it's at the actual onset and then it's at the peak.
Okay.
But that would be if we want to save that one.
So what are we looking for on this one in order to save it?
That there's a clear leave from the baseline.
Yeah.
Okay. So we don't have to like keep turning it up
Base
for.
baseline, yeah.
Yeah, I think you do keep
You do
turning
keep turning it up.
Yeah.
So you're turning it up?
Yeah,
Okay.
with this little
Do you
dial.
turn this
Where
one
does it
up
tell
like
you?
1 milliamp at a time?
I was doing a little bit at a time.
Where's the, where does it
I
tell you?
think so.
Okay, you have to make sure your patient is comfortable.
For the sensor, you're looking for the wave, like Kai was saying, that it comes off the baseline the cleanest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then is that pretty much the best standard?
Well, the amplitude for sensory is measured peak to peak because they're so little. You want the peak latency marker on the negative peak. If you can see where it leaves baseline, that's where you want the onset latency.
Okay.
And as you stimulate and keep going up, it may go away or it may start looking funny. And that's probably because you're getting some volume stimulated motor in there. So then you back it down. And don't be frustrated if you don't see exactly the same thing every time. You're just looking at it and saying, okay, I've seen 4 or 5 that are right in the same place. Let's just say this is good enough. And so you've run it up, maybe you've backed off a little bit, you've repeated a few times. And if you get something that looks really screwy, don't use that. Use the one that looks like, oh, I've seen that before.
So are we looking for a consistent latency across all those 5, or more like the consistent amplitude?
Well, if you get both, it would be ideal.
Would be ideal. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you look like you're doing fine.
There.
Do we have to do anything with the 4?
I don't think so.
I don't
It's
think
just
that one
the
matters too
three,
much.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, so for the sensory study, you might have to move the markers for this setup. Number 1 is the onset, number 2 is the peak, and number 3 is the trough. Okay, so to calculate, we divide
That would,
the
and then you would go to the next
distance,
nerve. So then
which
you would
was
have
measured
to, she would have to
to
change
13
it.
centimeters by the latency,
So that you just put in here.
and this calculated 70.3 for the onset latency,
In the same place?
and you'd use the peak latency, and you'd have to calculate that
We're not
yourself.
Not doing radial in anything.